What's up guys, and welcome all to another video. Before we get started, I have an announcement giveaway. If you guys are interested in getting for yourself a free Twilight and Luminous Starseeker, the new pet mount released by Blizzard, then I have good news for you. Blizzard recently got into contact with me and has offered to give me 4 giveaway codes to you guys. So if you guys are interested in participating in this giveaway, here's how it's going to work. First, make sure you guys give this video a like if you did enjoy the video, and second, comment down the funniest World of Warcraft related joke that you can think of or that comes to your mind. The 4 funniest jokes in my opinion will be the ones selected to win the giveaway. Unfortunately, however guys, these codes are NA only, so if you don't play on the NA, you won't be able to redeem the codes. I apologize, but those are just the codes that I received. There's no bias or anything, it's just, it is what it is. You and your joke will be featured in the following video, or perhaps the video following this next upcoming video when I announce the winners. And also make sure to follow me on Twitter or Facebook, since the moment I announce the winners on either website, I will also PM you on YouTube your codes. So if you want your codes as soon as possible before the announcement on my next video on YouTube, make sure you follow me on either website. Good luck everyone, and looking forward to having some laughs, so let's have a good time. Okay, so this video will have spoilers from 7.3, and as always guys, if you aren't looking to spoil that pure mind of yours, hop on out of here and I shall see you next time. So this video will be showcasing some new cutscenes added into Argus. First, I will tell you the events leading up to the cutscene, then I will show you the actual cutscene itself, then explain to you or show you my thoughts. So this first cutscene is titled Agramar's Rise, and you first see it when you talk to Turalian, and he tells you that Magni Bronzebeard has something that may help us in our war with the Legion. This something is the fact that Argus is communicating with him, and through the pained cries of Argus, we can see visions and events such as this one right here.
What is your bidding, Master?
The circle nears completion. The mortals must not disrupt the rebirth.
Those who will not serve shall be destroyed. It is the only way.
Become the instrument of my wrath once again, Agramar. End this incursion of the light.
So this is the first time on Argus that we actually find out that Agramar is alive. This is the first time that the characters understand that Sargeras has another Titan serving under him. Now, how and why is he serving under Sargeras? Well, despite Chronicles saying that Sargeras didn't know that the Titans' essences avoided utter obliteration and they merged with the Keepers following their failed battle against him, in Legion we find out that Sargeras somehow obtains these essences and manages to corrupt them. That is why we see Agramar as he is now. He's corrupted, and also the body that he now wields is not the original body that he once had when he was a Titan. Titans are the size of multiple planets, but in this cutscene we see Agramar the size of a Keeper, so I'm assuming that Agramar was given a new body by Sargeras after he was corrupted. But again, this is recorded on the 4th of August. With how much information is constantly pouring out right now, I may miss something that may come out tomorrow, the day after that, or maybe a few days after that. And I also might miss something that might not be included in this video by the time that it actually is published on YouTube, so please keep that in mind. Now, how exactly are these Titans being corrupted? Well, the second cutscene will shed some light into this.
The hour of rebirth draws near. Are the souls prepared?
Our kin still resist the true path, Master, but they will soon be broken.
One still eludes us. Her essence is needed to ensure the victory of my crusade.
The Lifebinder will soon reveal herself. She will not escape me, Master.
When my new pantheon rises, no power in the universe will stand against the Legion.
So in this cutscene, we find out that right now at this moment, the essence of certain Titans are being corrupted, and Sargeras is building a new dark pantheon, which according to Zira, will usher in a new burning crusade, and with it, all worlds will tremble.
But now, the Golden Army teeters upon the precipice of oblivion. as their campaign on Argus nears its terminus. Should they fall, the Legion will initiate a new burning crusade, and with it the cosmos will tremble.
So it's pretty much at this point that we realize how dire it is to actually stop the Legion right now. We came barely on time. It wasn't enough to just push back the Legion from Azeroth, but Illidan was right. The time has long passed for us to take the fight onto the Burning Legion, onto their grounds before it is too late, because if all we did was just push the Legion back from their invasion on Azeroth, they would just come back again with their Dark Pantheon fully powered up and ready to go, and there would be no way for us to fight back whatsoever. So far, Eonar is the only Titan that has managed to evade Sargeras thus far, and that's why we have to protect her in Antorus the Burning Throne. The overview of the fight basically says that the forces of the Legion will warp in and charge at Eonar's essence and attempt to destroy her outright. Most likely they're attempting to destroy her because we're pushing forward so much on Argus that they don't have the time to corrupt her. Players must defend Eonar until she can gather her energy and strike back at her attackers. Now, how are the Titans actually being corrupted? Well, in the cutscene, you see a few Shavara priestesses casting a ritual on the essence of the Titans. These Shavara priestesses are actually the Coven of Shavara, the third to last boss in Antorus right before Agramar. These priestesses are behind the reason as to how the Titans can become corrupted. Having proven themselves to be the most fanatical of all his followers, Sargeras entrusted the Coven with the unholy task of twisting the minds of the fallen Titans into an unstoppable dark pantheon. Each sister employs her own signature brand of torture, eliciting screams which echo throughout the halls of Antorus. It is said that neither mortal nor demon can refuse their whispers, making it only a matter of time before the will of the Titans is broken. So this is how they're managing to twist and turn the Titans. So far, only Agramar and perhaps Argus itself seem to be the ones corrupted by these priestesses. However, I want to mention one thing. Agramar, we know, has at least lived a portion of his life as a protector and guardian towards, ordering the cosmos. He fought alongside Sargeras before the Titan fell to madness, and he was the first to approach Sargeras unarmed in an attempt to peacefully talk him out of his path of darkness. So Agramar, despite being killed eons ago, has lived at least a portion of his life freely, ordering life in the cosmos. Argus, on the other hand, we don't know. At this point in time, we don't know how Argus became corrupted and at what point during his lifetime did he actually, start becoming corrupted. However, all we know is that he has been corrupted for a very, very long time, and in the dungeon journal, this is what he says. Bound, broken, eons of existence knowing only pain, a shattered soul, fueling infinite evil, the master beckons. Rise, rise, begin the end of all things. Judging off of how he speaks, it sounds like he's been tortured and twisted so much to the point of where he can barely speak in complete sentences, or perhaps Sargeras corrupted him while he was still in his Titan infant stage, like the one world soul that was being corrupted by the Void before Sargeras cleaved the planet in two. Remember, Argus was only known to have a world soul in 7.3, so we have no idea for how long this Titan has been corrupted, but it does seem like the Legion has begun corrupting it as an infant, since in Chronicle, it was stated that the Void could not corrupt the fully grown Titan since their will is too strong. They could only corrupt an infant one. But then in Legion, we have Sargeras corrupting fully grown Titans. Maybe it's because they died and are now weaker out of their original bodies. I'm not sure. Moving on to this cutscene right here, this is what happens when we attack Nethraxis Hold. It is quite a bit of information preparing for the siege of this demonic fortification, so if you guys want the whole story to the siege, the link will be provided in the description below. Long story short though, the Army of the Light assaults the Hold and kills all of the Legion soldiers as well as the Eridar Lord who commanded the outpost, Nethraxis himself. Now when I did this quest there was no cutscene available, only a placeholder. But I speculated that Agramar may have arrived and been the sole reason as to why we were forced to escape, and that's pretty much proven true here. Although we manage to take hold of the outpost, Agramar arrives and the Legion quickly regains control of the territory. In the next and final cutscene, we see a flashback of Velen. This cutscene happens when we beacon down from the Vindicar to Macquarie, where we go and search for the Sigil of Awakening and the Crest of Knowledge, 2 relics needed to form the Crown of the Triumvirate, a relic capable of turning the tides of the war. However, upon beaconing down, Velen begins feeling the memories of his past haunting him, and we see what the Prophet and the Draenei have encountered thousands of years ago when they were forced to leave Argus.
Talga is turned against us. No. It cannot end like this. Take the others and go, Prophet. We will buy you time.
Hatun! You do not have to do this!
Please, keep my family safe.
Kure! Help us!
I will hunt you across the stars, traitor! Even if it takes 1,000 years!
So this is pretty much how it took place in the novel Rise of the Horde as well, minus the Hatun bit. From what we know also, Hatun does not die here. He is the chieftain of the Broken on Argus, and actually one of the first characters that we encounter, one of the first friendly characters I should say that we encountered when we touched down on Argus. But see, the thing that I find odd here is that when we first encounter Hatun alongside Velen, he shows outright hostility not towards us but to Velen, and says that the punishment for leaving Argus and abandoning his people is death. But then in the cutscene, he willingly sacrifices himself for Velen. Even Velen's like, you don't have to do this, so why is Hatun condemning Velen when he was the one who volunteered to sacrifice his life? He even says, make sure you take care of my family. He was expecting to die that day, so I don't know why he was so pissed off about Velen and, like, you know, throwing death around as a possible sentence, you know, when we actually return to Argus. Maybe he wasn't expecting the Naru to just beam up the Draenei like they did and just completely outright leaving Argus, but then again, like I said before, you know, he willingly sacrificed himself. He was expecting to die that day. That's where this video is going to come to an end, guys. Some of these cutscenes look really good so far, despite them being in the early stages of development. Key phrase, guys, despite them still being in early stages of development. This isn't the finalized cutscene yet. I see a bunch of people saying like, oh my god, these cutscenes are shit. These are placeholders on the PTR, guys. You gotta understand that. It's still very early into the PTR. So just wait until it hits the live client before you start judging it. I personally can't wait to see what else comes for us in the future. But once again, guys, don't forget about that giveaway that I mentioned in the intro. If you skip the intro, which I don't blame you, if you skip the intro, please go back and watch it so you can enter the giveaway if you are interested. And until next time, guys, I will see you later. Peace out, take care, and have a good one.